Hey people, it's Nadia.
And her better-looking twin, Nicole.
All right. Well, in this video, we will explain to you guys why the $600 unemployment benefit must be extended until all states enter phase 4 to prevent a stock market crash.
And if you stay until the end of this video, you will also learn what you should do to protect yourself and your family if the Senate doesn't extend the PUA unemployment benefits.
Yeah. Let's get into it. What is PUA and why is it needed? The PUA stands for the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance. This is that extra $600 that was added to states' unemployment benefits, right? It's set to end on July 31st. And
Which is coming soon.
Yeah, and in some cases, some states, based on their calendar, it's going to end even earlier, like the 25th or the 26th, right? We believe if this ends and is not extended, there will be a stock market crash.
Now, why do we believe this? That's because at the beginning of this pandemic, the coronavirus, it made the markets go crazy.
Yeah.
And the reason or how, one of the ways or a couple of ways that we were able to stabilize the markets were when the Fed acted and pumped a lot of money into the market, but also when the government gave us a check, the stimulus payment, along with this extra $600 a week.
Yeah, this was all under the CARES Act.
It allowed people to continue buying and keep the economy going.
So basically, when coronavirus hit, everything came to a halt. When this money came in, it gave people a lifeline. This was something new that the U.S. had never done before.
Yeah, now, Jerome Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve, he said we had gone from the lowest unemployment we had in 50 years to the highest unemployment that we have had in 90 years. And we did that in a span of 2 months. That's how much of an
That is
impact
insane
that the pandemic had. So the Fed had to be innovative and the government had to be innovative because we never had something like this happen to us. So they gave that money to keep the economy going, and we're still going through it.
Yeah. Now, right now, the argument is to not extend it because people say people don't want to work because they're making more money staying home. Now, as a small business owner, I will say I feel this is kind of true. You can write in the comments if you disagree. But I do know that this is something that is necessary to help people out in the meantime.
Now, what do you find to be true? That people are making more money or people don't want to go back to work because they make more money?
I find that it's true that people are making more money staying at home than they would be working. And that's more of a factor of like how the U.S. economy is, okay? But I don't think people necessarily want to stay home and not work. I think that's a small percentage of people. But we can't ignore the truth that 60% of the people who are getting this benefit do make more staying on unemployment than they would if they went back to work.
However, when you look at it like that, you're looking at a very small, narrow-minded version of what's really going on.
Yeah.
The reason why people were paid this much to stay home was because of the virus. We need to get a handle on this virus. And the reason why it was initially set up to be 4 months was because other countries have shown that if they were to close down the economy for 4 months, they can get a handle on the coronavirus. It's not meant to be a permanent fix, but it's meant to deal with the virus. That is the original cause, not to just get people not to work.
Yeah, now when you have states that have opened up a little too early and is starting to shut back down, we think stopping it fully is not an option, okay? When people started to open up early and trying to get people back to work as soon as possible, they're causing spikes and they're resulting in more shutdowns. If there's no stimulus package that is helping people get by if there's another shutdown, these markets will crash.
Yeah, because
there's no doubt about it.
The market needs a stimulus, and we need people to keep buying. But people won't buy unless they feel safe or they're feeling like they don't lose the income that they have.
They have to have the money to spend.
Now, there's 3 proposals right now that are kind of on the table on what to do at the deadline when this $600 extension is to expire. One is to extend the benefits until January and also give another round of stimulus checks.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Another proposal is to not extend the benefit, but give people an incentive to go back to work along with a stimulus check. They might end up saying no payroll tax. So you get an instant raise if you go back to work.
Yeah, and it helps out the businesses too because the businesses, most of my payroll goes to paying the payroll taxes.
Now, 3, there's another one that's being floated, is to give out another round of stimulus checks, but also have the extra money coming in on a weekly basis to actually start gradually lowering that as the states continue to open up and people get more jobs.
Yeah, so they'll keep the PUA unemployment benefit, but it'll be gradually lowered over time, not keep it at 600. So it gives more of an incentive for people to go back to work if things start opening up.
Yeah, now, in order to open up, we have to hit the different phases. And we don't believe that you can hit those phases unless you keep people home. And then once phase 4 happens, the people who are able to get jobs, because those whose jobs are the most affected are also the ones that are most affected by the virus.
Yeah.
So you get a handle on the virus by keeping people home, opening it up at a conservative pace, and lowering the benefit that people can receive, along with keeping the economy going and not crashing the stock market. If you don't do that, we believe the stock market would crash.
Yeah, so in our opinion, we believe the third option is the best. But what happens if they don't extend the PUA benefit?
Yeah, because we have our opinion, but we're not fortune tellers. So if that's the case, and since we don't know what the government might do, we want you to be prepared on what you should do to protect your family if they don't extend the PUA. The first thing I want you to do is take all the money you have now and prioritize your bills.
Yep.
We want you to pay your mortgage as much as you can, pay your rent, pay your electricity bills, your car notes, things that you need to get through the hardest time so that you don't have to worry about those things being paid. And also set up payment plans while you can.
If you can, too. If you have a payment plan for your gas bill or your electricity, try to set that up now so that you can understand what your costs would be and plan it out more, okay? Mm-hmm. Also, what you can do is try to find some kind of partial employment so that you can keep unemployment benefits, since some of the states have extended the amount of time that you can claim unemployment. Mm-hmm. Okay, you can still work part-time and still get unemployment so that it covers you for that $600 drop that if they decide not to extend the PUA.
Yeah, you can make up some of that money by working partially.
Yeah, not everybody's going to open up fully, but you can make something to try to not to hit to zero.
We also want you to take advantage of the free courses that are available and possibly learn a new skill that you can use to find work that you can do remotely. One of the great things that's going around, excuse me, is that Google is offering to sponsor free courses in data analytics and other tech areas so that people can work remotely and actually get a higher paying job.
Yeah.
This is great, and people should take advantage of it. Even in the long run, this is a great option.
Yeah, I think it's something like if you take a course for 3 to 6 months, they'll take it as the equivalent of a 4-year degree.
Yeah.
You can use this coronavirus or this pandemic as a way to turn your life around and learn something new. That's one of the great things that people are pushing, a lot of free courses so you can increase your skills.
It'll allow you to think long term. You want to be in a job that you can work remotely, and you want to be able to be paid more for the job you're doing.
This is the future. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right. Also, we want you to start buying food in bulk. Okay. Rice, beans, dry goods. These are things that you can buy now in bulk that are cheap, that can help feed you and your family in case there is a need for food once you have this extension.
Money shortage.
Once this extension is cut.
Yeah.
If it is cut.
If you need to be on a budget, buying food in bulk, buying dry goods will help you keep food on that table and feed yourself more often.
Yeah.
Right? And if, say, they do extend it.
Which everybody's hoping they do.
Yeah. These same things that we just told you what to do when they don't extend it are still something we want you to do. You need to get these things in place and stack all the money you can.
For as long as they're giving it to you.
To put yourself in a better position. Pay off your debt. Do whatever you can. Stack that money because we want you to have an emergency fund. We want you to pay off your debt. We want to put you in a better position with the extra money you're getting now.
Yeah. And lastly, wash your hands and put a mask on. Okay, we need to get this virus under control, and the kids need to go back to school. Especially my kids need to go back to school when the fall starts.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember, the reason why we have this PUA, the pandemic unemployment assistance, is because of the virus. If we get this virus under control and the states get to phase 4 and beyond, we don't have to worry about this, and the stock market will not crash. We have to get this under control.
Yep. So let's continue this rally in the stock market. Let's not see the stock market crash, and let's get back to normal as soon as we can.
Yes.
But in the meantime, follow these tips that we gave you so that you can plan just in case it goes either way.
Yes.
So this is Nadia.
And this is Nicole.
We'll see you in the next video.